So Poops, as you may know, I am now a published author. Very happy with this project. I'm very proud of it after having worked on it for maybe about like 6 months or so. But now, it's time to sell it, and today I want to share with you what I learned from making my first $100 on Gumroad. So this all happened in about 2 days, and wow, this would very quickly become a fake guru here in my garage video, but no, that's not what we're gonna do. Because here's what I learned from earning $100 from Gumroad. Don't. Now, whoa. I know some of you out there might be throwing shade on me right now. How could you? You're horrible, you're privileged. But why I'm saying this is that I think you can do a lot better than Gumroad. Here's what I have on my screen from Gumroad. And you can see that it's literally $107 in the last 7 days with 5 sales and 2 buy me a coffees. So if you're just looking in terms of the actual price of the book, which I've left $10 and above, not bad. I mean, like, you know, people are generous and I really appreciate all of you who have decided to give out there. If you decide to get the book, I'm confident that you'll like it. And I hope you'll enjoy the little walks into history, which should be fun for those of you who don't know the entire story just yet. It'll be a nice walk down memory lane. But if you scroll down just a little bit right here, I think you'll understand why I'm saying maybe you shouldn't use Gumroad. Look at this right here. We had $107. The total balance is $87.59, and that is a grand total of only 81.86% of everything that you paid. Meaning, Gumroad has taken away nearly 20% just from those sales. Wow. And in case you're wondering why it's like that, it's because Gumroad charges you 10% plus 50 US cents for every single transaction that you make. Which is why you end up with absurd numbers like this. And sure, you can say that maybe it's because they handle tax compliance and remittance and a whole bunch of other things like that, but it is still absurdly expensive. Now, don't get me wrong, nothing is free in this world, not including Gumroad, and the whole reason I decided to use Gumroad in the first place was because a lot of those influencers out there were talking about how, oh, if you want to start up an e-commerce empire, then you need to be on Gumroad. You need to make use of this incredible platform and sell digital products and then become a digital nomad millionaire of the 21st century. And I don't doubt that that is very possible with Gumroad, but at the same time, I think that the pricing is actually insane. Like, if you pay attention to the pricing, right, you'll notice that it's actually regressive, in the sense that if you sell stuff for a lower price, right, then that means your entire payment could get cut out. So let's say, for example, that you sell something for $1 US, let's say. 10%, 10 cents, 50 cents, added to the 10 cents is 60 cents. If you sell something for $1, you only get 40 cents back. That is a 60% cut from Gumroad. Now here's a little table that shows you how much it'll take away from you at every single price point that I could have sold this book at, whether $5, $10, $15, $20. And you can see it's just not favorable. Like, Gumroad Direct at $5 would literally just be 20% gone. And you can actually see right here that for almost every single other platform that I could use, like for example, Buy Me a Coffee, it is literally only 8.5% flat, while Patreon is 12% all the way. Substack is 13%, not super favorable, but still better than whatever this is. Not even including the lower price items, good lord. But yeah, basically these guys are just vampiring off you, and it's actually crazy. Now, don't get me wrong, like, Gumroad is great. Like, it's a nice, cool visual platform. I really like it. It's very nice and easy to have everything just managed in a single place, and it tells you like what you're selling, how much you're selling, and everything like that. It even lets you go ahead and create pages like this, which are very nice. And also the 10 plus thing is, I think, a nice feature that people can benefit from. Maybe it's because I initially priced it at $6. That's why they felt that this was important enough that they decided to contribute more to my cost. Thank you so much for all that. But just imagine, right? Like, if I'm selling at $20 on average, right, the amount that I'm charged should not be anywhere close to 20%. Yet somehow or another, the overall takeaway is like literally 19+%. So I don't know what else was added in along the way, but no, it's not good, bro. Which is a shame because, again, the platform is really nice. Like, I'm not trying to knock Sahil Lavinya and everything. I mean, like, I think that the very fact that the website looks as good as it looks, and you can actually see all of these different things sold here and there and everywhere. Very nice, simple to understand. So you might then ask, well, what's the alternative? Well, the best alternative, I think, is just to use your own website using Stripe. Yep, I decided to start selling on my own website. That's victor-tan.com, and you can go right ahead and purchase the book at the link over here. You can literally just add the book to your cart, and then you can go ahead and check out very simply, very easily. It's all cool, it's chill. And you know what they charge me for that? It's nowhere near what Gumroad charges, because for Stripe, right, the pricing is literally only 3% plus 1 ringgit. And what it translates to is literally 5.3% versus 15%. So in my mind, right, like Gumroad is great at everything, but if you have your own web presence, you can even like start blogging, you can write, you can create pretty much anything that you want right here. And I think that's what I'm gonna do, you know? I'm gonna start writing a lot more. I'm gonna start penning down my thoughts, sharing like how I feel about the world. Maybe talk a little bit about why I think that it was important enough for the younger generation to know about Lee Kuan Yew that I decided to write the book. But yeah, you get the picture. I mean, yeah, so what's the conclusion? I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm just saying that it's expensive. But of course, you know, everything in this world, you have trade-offs, you know, like, it's very simple, it's very easy and pleasant to look at, but at the same time, it's just like, there is no free lunch in this world. And I have to admit, if you're trying to design a website, it's not so easy to just go out there and then just make something happen for yourself. But if you're interested in learning about how I get my web design, feel free to drop a comment down below and I can put you in touch. I mean, I'll still keep the Gumroad link around because it's an easy showcase of things. And if you want to donate a little bit more to my cause and everything, you can go ahead and do so via the Gumroad link. But I would prefer if you donate via PayPal. But whatever it is and however you choose to make a purchase, or even if you haven't made the purchase, I want to thank you for watching this video all the way to the end and actually also for supporting my project. It's really a big passion project of mine to get more people around the world and around my own country to just know a little bit more about Lee Kuan Yew and the life that he lived, the story that he embodied throughout his entire incredible lifetime. And yeah, if you choose to get the book, I hope you'll enjoy it. And that's all to say about that, and bye.